round begins in 3.
Okay, let's start on
We are going to...
1.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with the Dane NSC, who picking up the heavy immediately, drops his little companion, picks up a rocket launcher, and now is making his way over to the Precon where he's being greeted by Kirch and Vuzlic. But Kirch misses out everything he fired at it, the flame strike is out as well, and yeah, despite it being a 2v1, NSC picked up the first frag. Should be able to grab himself a lightning gun here. No, he just had to leave because his teammate was being killed in a 1v2. But now NSC is controlling the mega area. Oh, beautiful tribal as well, and yeah, Cook forces suicide and gets another frag as well. This is a very huge play, but now Vuzlic finds NSC from behind, and Vuzlic gets ChikiBriki back on the board. Kirch follows it up, and well, despite the good early rotation for dslurp, ChikiBriki bounced back in great fashion right at the start. So we have a back and forth series already. Beautiful rails from NSC here. Oh, the clutch shot missed, but now he's weak and has to retreat.
Yeah, I think he might better die, right? So you have enough stack to fight for
Incoming quad.
the next power up, because that one is only 10 seconds away right now. Yeah, he gets destroyed by Fuzli. But, or Fuzli. But he himself isn't that healthy either. Yeah, NSC just appears around the corner and deletes everyone. Takes the power up. If he has the timing, he can get at least one item. Which he does. And now he's on the hunt. What is his sensitivity? I'm getting nauseous.
NSC's flicking the wrist as fast as he can to maximize the damage output as he gets another one. And this is a huge lead now for Team dslurp, who had a great power-up run. And I think I'm not exaggerating if I say this is the first very good power-up run we see today on this broadcast. Yeah. Mega picked up by opponent's team, I'm pretty sure. And they tried to single out Cook as well, but NSC lands the rail, dodges those rocket expertly, and now he's pushed by by Kirch and Vuzlic, and he's actually even winning, but no, Kirch still gets him because NSC missed the crucial rail, but Cook is there to revenge his fallen teammate. Oh, and Kirch gets the rail from NSC's dead body, so this is rather unfortunate, but it's still an 8-frag game. I think dslurp can live with a rail on Kirch. Or maybe they can't, because he's hitting everything at the moment. And the Cook cooking up some shots there as Vuzlic rocket jumps into his face. Didn't pick up the rail himself though, so this could be interesting, but no, he finishes off the weak NSC with just one rocket.
Stopwatch.
And yeah, it was not the click of the wrist, because you don't click with the wrist, but it was just one click at our roll.
Yeah, but you flick and click. So the flick is with the wrist and the click is with the finger, probably. So yeah, you learn something every day, and now I just learned that Cook is rocking the Doom and has the power up on himself, and he's on the hunt for some frags. He does get some tickling, but yeah, he has the protection and the mega health behind him. Oh, gets nice airborne, and is still on the hunt for the next one. Well, if he can't finish his body would certainly will, but no. His teammate isn't appearing, so he decides to try to seal the deal himself, but isn't able to. But yeah, I think he did get 3 frags out of the power-up. NSC is a little bit alone on this side. Well,
makes it work.
Yeah, and he sends his teammate on the hunt, and it's just a distraction.
Yeah, good control there by NSC. by any means. And he punishes the pickup of the rail for Kjörg right after his spawn as well. Now he's controlling the heavy, seeing if his teammate can pick it up, but he was nowhere around, so he decided, or his teammate decided to go for T-Con. So NSC is now the stag member of Team dslurp, which is good to have one big stack member because the power-up is about to spawn, but Mega is the next item and this should be coming forward, and Vucelic denies it, so NSC now is super weak. Can he make it?
Just
and the last tick just saves him.
Oh, what? Oh, he and his buddy are so... What?
Quad spawned.
Huh? I think the rocket jump trajectory was changed by Timmy the Turret. Because he just jumped right straight into the air instead of going to the power-up. So NSC gets it. Still pretty low. He's tempted to go for the Mega Health, but wisely decides against it and destroys the one who was going to it. That rocket jump, I really need to see that back. That was such a strange thing to see.
Yeah, and now we actually see dslurp dominating this map as it's their pick as well, and it's not looking too right if you're a fan of the ChikiBriki guys. Not too good, but yeah, maybe they can bounce back. I mean, after all, they did it on Blood Run as well. I mean, they lost it still, but they definitely bounced back. Anyway, 20 frags is a mammoth task to take. And dslurp is just controlling the map too well to... rotate too well to just make up 20 frags in such a short period of time. And now, let's see how long Cook will survive with his 10 HP and be able to restack completely, maybe. Yeah, he is.
But it's also they are being out-damaged by a large margin.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, NSC had such a good position there that he could easily fend off both of the players because they were missing the rails and NSC wasn't. And this resulted in him picking up 2 frags in a 1v2, and I don't know if... Well, obviously that's not gonna help if you're the opponent, but getting that is... It sucks. And NSC is trying to sneak in on that heavy. The flames are... So then Kjörg walks into the second rocket as he doesn't hear the first one. Cook finishes off the other one, and we are very close to the 40 frag threshold that at this huge of a gap should spell the point of no return for good.
Just as I switch to him, he gets 2 quick frags in one go. Just as the power-up times out. Wee. He gets 2v1, but he has a nice escape route. He isn't able to walk away with his life though, but NSC is there to do the revenge damage. Yeah, the 4-team frag limit is already 4 frags on the way, while Team Blue only has 16 frags. So even if they can get the next power up, they have so much work to do.
Yeah, I mean, it is the quad. It is basically the power up you want if you have to cut back from a huge frag deficit. But Vucelic is weak, and he picks up some items now. I mean, he has the weaponry, but he gets hit by a rail by Cook. He misses the second one. Vucelic clutches it out nonetheless. NSC's about to die too, but not before he gets the frag himself. And Vucelic needs to finish him off here. He does, and Cook instantly replies. Cook also has position, uses the double jump to get into Kjörg's face. And Kjörg can't punish him for that with his shotgun. Vucelic now pushes his opponent away and finishes it off before NSC can do anything with the picked up quad there. And what a dominant showing by dslurp.
Yeah, it's a 30 frag deficit. NSC being the MVP on dslurp.
Yeah, basically not dying at all. And all the impressives in the world. So now the next map is going to be Molten Falls. It's the pick of ChikiBriki. But seeing how dominant the game was, I doubt that they will be able to actually bounce back and show some surprising, show a surprising victory there. But who knows? We have had the underdog story alive enough in the Estoty tournaments alone, so I wouldn't write them off just because they are the underdogs. But in my books, they definitely are the underdogs.
Yeah, I think the big point is they're missing out the damage, and that also steamrolls in that they are missing out on the major items followed up by the quad and or the power-ups. Yeah, what is there left, right?
Yeah.
Team play.
Yeah, I mean they had super clean pickups across the board of the power-ups, I mean, and they used them to gain so many frags as well that despite them rotating better and controlling the items more, it felt like that they got more value out of everything because of their positioning and their combat skills as well. But now it's the probably, or rather possible, last map of this best of 3 before the winner of this will face up against Tau City Esports in the first semi-final of this tournament. And yeah, I'm curious to see about the champion choice of this map. If we're gonna see some faster champions like Anarchy / Solex, Drog, don't know, even Clutch maybe, although I don't think any one of those guys is a Clutch player. Or if they are keeping their running system alive in case of dslurp. Let's start with
Begins in
ChikiBriki though, and with BJ for that matter. Both teams sporting that. Kirk spawns at rocket launcher and immediately faces off against Cook, who decides to steal away the mega. Annecy with the heavy, and Annecy with insane amounts of LG damage grabs the first 2 frags, and dslurp open up the fragging again. Not much you can do there in a 2v1 against a rocket launcher and a machine gun.
Yeah, but this is what they need to do. Walk together. Ooh, but... Yeah, the BJ of Team Blue walked into 2 opponents and can't tell the tale. And yeah, Cook wins the 1v1 versus the other blue player. So yeah, 1 frag on the board. And they got it by walking together. So let's see if they can go for more.
It's the second frag, but Kirk is weak. He should be having the mega to fall back on and finds a freshly spawned Cook. Almost shoves him out the map, finally gets it done, but
Bye-bye.
Cook hits so much damage there. Beautiful rail, and now he's dual wielding rail, but can't finish off Annecy, who is left with 25 HP, but he gets... Oh, you don't.
Alright.
So power up should be in Cook's hands here. Railgun, HMG rocket launcher. It's a decent arsenal. His lightning gun is there to grab as well, and yeah, mega too. But I mean, if you're just getting the items and not getting any frags or even damage on your opponent, what's the power up worse then, right? dslurp got both items, and there we go. Cook found them both. 1 rocket, and then a lightning gun to get the 1-2. At least some value out of the power up, and there we go. Beautiful rocket trail by Cook as well, completely annihilating Buzlic. And now we have a 7 frag lead already. Oh, simultaneous screams of the BJ.
It's like a concert of screams. So. Oh, they were walking together, but actually both were looking in the wrong direction and got destroyed by the upcoming enemies. So it's it looks to me that it's a bit of the same story as the last map, that dslurp is getting the better hand of most of the fights.
What's the biggest difference in ChikiBriki's game, in my opinion, is that in the first series we saw of them, they were able to isolate one of the opponents. In this series, they are being isolated most of the time, and if they are able to isolate one of their opponents, he mostly has both items already, and it's just purely out damaging them.
Protections.
So there's not much going in the way of ChikiBriki, and even the power-up again is going to NSE here, who is still moderately well stacked, even after taking a rail, because of course protection. Woozlich now tries to clear the frag with punches, but no, NSE gets it nonetheless, and his teammate also helps him out. Timmy does some terror off the spawn. Power up runs out. I mean, at this point, it's a 15 frag lead. Getting some frags with power ups is always appreciated, but they have such a big lead that it's not the most it's not the biggest necessity for Team dslurp here to force every power-up run to be a huge frag gainer for them, because they already have such a huge lead.
Yeah, and NSE just circles around, comes to the rescue and deletes everyone. Slaps the heavy on his chest. Usually will not survive that just by stack alone.
Oh, more frags. More! Finally NSE falls to Woozlich. Not before he fires a deadly rocket though.
That was a full-on hundo, just...
And yeah, we'll see if Woozlich can go on and tear himself now. He finds NSE, who misses the rail, and he also finds Cook, whom he's damaging significantly with his lightning gun. Both BJ scream again, and cleans up. But NSE spawns at the lightning gun and throws Woozlich out of the club immediately. Cleans up Kirk as well. Mega's about to grab, and NSE's not gonna make it there because he wants the quad first, and now he has the quad. Delicious. Finds the spawner, misses the rail, and this could be painful. 34 HP from 150 stack are left just because he wanted a frag with a rail. Finally connects one shot here. Connects another one while he drops. What a beautiful frag there. And a 180 flick as well from NSE. And we are having a 20 frag lead again for Team dslurp. And NSE's not stopping. NSE found his stride again.
Yeah. He was playing insta-gap. Getting 5 frags with the power-up is pretty effective. With already a hefty lead like this, they are getting to the 40 frag mark even sooner than last month. Yeah, and NSE's
at this pace before the 7-minute mark, right?
Yeah, that's true. And NSE is just jumping in and out of fights with his railgun. But he collects all the damage without doing it. No, he does. He deals all the damage without collecting anything in return. But, whoa.
Speaking of damage, right?
Yeah. I think Woozlich just earned himself the showstopper medal. Because, well, NSE, I think he had like 10 frags without dying.
Yeah, it felt like it, and it could well be true. I mean, he made a 2 frags before the power up, and then 5 with the power up, and then 1, 2 after. So it's well possible. Yeah, now we see dslurp on 43 frags already.
Incoming protection.
Guslich vacates the area of the heavy a bit too early, and he's not much on lightning gun ammunition as well. He's very low. So yeah, NSC with the turret drops down, and NSC and clean house. NSC grabs himself the power up. He's definitely the lord of the power ups at this time, earning himself a medal for that as well. And the last 4 frags could be falling well into that power up run here. NSC getting 1 and getting basically no damage. Everyone is a ranger with that power up as well. Can rocket jump for 3. Kills gets the item, but Cooks picks him up still. Ruslich cleans house for Cook. And good rail there. Pick up. Oh, and NSC defends himself very well, just purely outcompeting his opponents there. But now he was in a 2v1, and Kirk at a flank on him, lands 2 free rails and gets himself a frag. But it's well beyond repair in this case. It's only a 2 frag game, a 1 frag game, as NSC has not found the stop button yet.
Wake up.
There we go.
Dead.
Only 1 to go. Well, the last spawn will go to Cook. Or at least some screen time.
Damage dealer.
You
There we go.
got a band-aid
Yeah,
or
but I
something?
mean, control is in ChikiBriki's hand for now, as I just said that NSC melts 1. And
GG.
there we have it. I'm saying not fairly, but a super convincing win by dslurp, who are going to face off the big favorites of today, Estoty Esports. Thank you for the raid, Jones. How was your stream, my friend?